Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I am your host, the Ranting Monkey, and I hope you're having a good day wherever you are. I hope you're having a wonderful Memorial Day. It is Memorial Day now, y'all, and it's the kickoff of our summer, basically, here in the United States. I don't know when it is for everybody else. Do y'all have Memorial Days overseas? I doubt it. Shio, Evolved Potato, Richo, Space Trucker, Toasted Network, John Kine, Della Hayes, Mr. Dax. Hi, guys. Hope everybody's doing well. Today's the day that we remember and honor men and women who have died in our armed forces, and that's a special day because these people they died doing things that we didn't have to, or that some of you out there did, but luckily enough made it through, and hat tip to them. Thank you for the ultimate sacrifice. We wouldn't be here without you. Thank you. Guys, we're going to talk about some politics, UK politics, but don't worry, it's not going to be boring UK politics. It's going to be some stuff we know a little bit about because, there's a little bit of crossover here. Where did I leave off? Mr. Dax was the last one I saw. So here we go. Shotted Angel, Sean, Jacob Jet, Jaeger Pony, Corey, Nico, Terry, Jen. Hi, everybody. Hope you're well. Oh, hey, Accidental Poet. How you been? I hope you've been well. So, yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah, it has. It's been a little while. Nice to see you. Reaper. Let's see. Monkey's 2 minutes early. I am never early or late. I am always right on time. Scribe Gear, how you doing? So, Bert and Ernie, Pookie Nom Nom, Brian, I didn't forget it. I probably didn't see it. I apologize. Remember, guys, if you want me to shout your name out, first 5 minutes. After that, because it was sounding like I had Tourette's throughout the show, you have to pay for it after that. Don't pay me to scream your name out. Be here in the first 5 minutes. That's the smart way to do it. Aether Toast. How's it going? Yeah, so they had the UK elections. The EU, not UK, EU. Goddamn. They have too many U's in their fucking initials. The EU elections, the MEP elections, where Carl Benjamin, Sargon of Akkad, was running on the UKIP ticket. Sean, Mad Max, how's it going, guys? But yeah, he was running. Sargon of Akkad was running, and things did not go well for the UKIP party. And Circus Zero, Cynic, how you doing, man? I'm yelling for you, Cynic, because I don't know if your eyes are too fucked up to actually type the words right. BG, Prospero, how's it going? Blondie. Oh, whoops, I just saw Blondie and yelled. Blondie, you owe me a monkey. I amused myself. So I was actually not sure I was going to do this today, guys. I took a very, very bad fall today from the tippity top of my stairs. Yeah, I'm beat up. I'm beat the fuck up, and I am tired because I didn't sleep much anyway. Simon, Bubba Hotep, John Davis, how's it going, guys? There's Blenty. Hi, Blenty. Shroom. But yeah, I pinballed all the way down from the top. I actually ended up, did a backspin on the stairs because I tried to catch myself holding the rail, which caused my body to spin. And my head actually bounced off all 3 walls that it possibly could have on the way down. That was nice. Shay, how's it going? Shay, that's a new name. Are you somebody that I know? I'm not used to the name. Guys, is that somebody new? Poppy! Is that somebody new? Or have I just not paid attention? Terry, thank you so much. Sargon should have sent more non-rape threats. We'll get into that because that's actually why I want to talk about it. I'm going to be honest, guys. Michael, I don't much care about the election. But I am kind of. Thank you, Rolling Bear, who says monkey, and I say Rolling Bear. That's 5 minutes, guys. That means from now on, You got to pay me for it. Cannibal Caretaker, you got that right in right before I said it. Desert Rat, YouTube, but that's it. That's it. Desert Rat says, okay, I'm going back to lurking and playing WoW now. I don't blame you. Just listen, because I don't think we're going to have a very visual show tonight. Not that I can... Monkey, you need a stunt double? No, I need to be hired as a stunt double. I don't know anybody who falls down the stairs safer than I do. As far as I know, I didn't break anything. Might have aggravated the old brain injury, which I'm sure by now I've had to have had a few of those, but I'll be okay. But no, somebody asked how I am. I'm okay. I'm lots of soreness. And then I went back upstairs and I was coming back down and Lady Monk goes, scoot on your butt. I'm like, okay. I only gave in to her because I didn't want to fall again and I wasn't sure I wouldn't. But I scooted down on my butt. I bruised my butt, y'all. I bruised my butt. That was not fun. Anyhow, Shay, you didn't tell me if you were new or not. I'm gonna keep hounding you till you tell me, or until I forget. Did anyone think Sargon would win? No, I didn't think Sargon would win. But I thought UKIP would have a better showing than they did. William, thank you so much. You geriatric Michigander. Love you. Be well. Please shout my name. William Savage. There you go. Thank you so much for the donation as well. Scoot does not equal sled. No. One stair at a time, but each time my butt was on a stair, it's like ow, 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 all the way down. So, but anyway, I don't want to talk about that. Not new, just early. Okay. So where was I? Oh yeah. So I don't much care about the election over there because it doesn't really impact us. All politics is local, right? We care far more about our politics here in the US than we care about anywhere else in the world. Just like the EU cares more about their elections, the UK, France, all of them, they care more about their own elections than they do ours. They pay a little more attention to ours than we do theirs, but you know what I mean. So as far as the politics of it, I'm not that interested. What does interest me though is how Sargon would do here, because this was the first real test of somebody with an internet backing going into politics. And there may be some Instagram titty model out there who did it. I don't know. But this is the first time I've noticed somebody who was trying to be seriously political. And I think that actually might have been part of Sargon's problem, besides so many problems. I was going to go to bed. I really was. And let me check on the EU results. And I looked and I was like, holy shit, UKIP got trounced, man. They got fucked up. They didn't just lose. They lost bad. And Richo says, Mr. Medicare will have a field day with Sargon. Well, it's funny you should mention that because the first thing I did when I saw this Sargon, that UKIP lost so bad, was go over to Mr. Anti-Bully, Jim's friend on Twitter, and see what he had been saying. And I thought, I wonder if there's a video. And sure enough, there's already a video out. I think he made it either before the results were all in or just after they'd come in. But yeah, he's already got a video up. And he'd obviously been planning this, just waiting for the results to be able to paste those in, because there were some results in there. Honky is also a slur on YouTube. Well, honky is a slur, but I'm white, so I can call people honky. I can say it, honky. And you got to say it with that hunk sound, honky. That's how you say it right. Stupid hunkies. So yeah, I went over there and watched Medicare's video, and it was pretty much what I expected. I saw a couple of videos I hadn't seen before of Carl giving interviews. Sorry, Sargon. I'm going to do my best to call him Sargon when I talk about him. For those of you who don't know, Sargon of Akkad is Carl Benjamin. But there were a couple of Sargon interviews I hadn't seen where he was talking to the British media. But for the most part, I'd seen everything, and it was just a rehash of a lot of the complaints that Medicare had already had, and a lot of the jokes he'd already made about Sargon. And so other than watching him gloat for 20 minutes, there wasn't a whole lot new there. Medicare actually does enjoy everyone covered in shit. He takes a special hatred of it when it comes to Sargon, and I don't know the history there. That's stuff that predates me being on YouTube, and frankly, I don't care to go digging into it. Maybe one day when I'm more bored. I know it all goes back to when Sargon and Medicare, when Medicare was, what was his name? The internet aristocrat. When Medicare left as the internet aristocrat, talking about how the Gamergate had just been a way for people to make money, and part of that had to do with people like Sargon, and I don't know what all the bullshit is there. I just know those two really, really don't like each other. And even more importantly, Medicare really doesn't like Sargon. A lot of times you can look at stuff that Medicare's saying, oh, he gives the shit to everybody. Not like the way he does to Sargon. There seems to be a genuine hatred there. And I'm not saying there is. It just definitely fucking seems that he's got a boner for that dude, man. Boner for that dude. Which is fine. I mean, that's their business, not mine. But so I wasn't expecting to see a whole lot of stuff new. BG says, Sargon's interview with Undoomed, Sargon said he was extremely unlikely to become a representative. Well, I think we all thought it was extremely unlikely for him. I mean, it would have been more surprising if he did win. But how badly UKIP got their asses whipped. The Brexit party is the one that just took over. And it makes sense, because the Brexit party is basically made up of all of the people who are like, fuck UKIP. Monkey. Oh, did I remember? No, Poppy, I did not remember to send out links. Thank you, sweetie. I told you, tired. Hit my head quite a few times today. This is where that goes. Give me just a second, guys. Send out that link. There we go. But I was interested to see how well an established person in the anti-SJW YouTube community could do. And Sargon is a good lesson, guys. Somebody like me, I could never run for anything political, any actual office, with all of the shit that I've said here. All it would take is somebody dedicated. You get a team of 10 people to go through about 100 streams, and bam, you got enough to change the news cycle for as long as I thought about running to, can you believe what this man said? I mean, if a reporter came up to me and go, did you really say women's votes shouldn't matter? I'd have to honestly say, well, yes, but first I said they shouldn't vote, and then I rethought about it, and then I thought, we should give them a vote, but their vote shouldn't matter. That is not a way to win female voters. That is just not a good way to win female voters. Damn it, I'm too late to get Ranting Monkey to yell at me. Maybe I'll just yell Prospero and Poppy and Pinkalo and BP's husband. There you go. Did I forget to tweet it out too? I think I might. God, most or least professional monkey on the internet. No, I did. So I did remember that one. Head trauma, guys. Bear with me tonight. Shit, I don't know where that was going. I saw Jack pop in and it scared me. Jack, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Sore, but I'm alive, so I'm not going to complain.
That's good.
Talking about UKIP, man.
Yeah, I heard they got their asses handed to them.
Oof, they got beat down. I was just mentioning that the Brexit party is the one who seems to have had a very, very good night, which again makes sense. Nigel Farage, the guy who started UKIP, left UKIP because he didn't like how it was going and started Brexit. And a lot of his people who had followed him to UKIP went over there. And yeah, but the Brexit party did incredibly. They did really well. Very, very well. And where was that? Let me see if I can find that again. There was an article that came out in The Guardian that basically blamed Carl for how bad UKIP did. Sorry, Sargon, guys. Told you I'm going to do my best to say Sargon so I'm not confusing people. Where's that article at? I might have to go back over to Mediker's place to find it. Oh, here it is. Humiliated Tommy Robinson sneaks out of election count early. Wait, I don't know if this is the right one. Yep, this is the right one. And it's talking about how Tommy Robinson, he did poorly too. He got 2.2% of the vote. And I'm fairly certain that was just Irate Bear's vote. So he lost, but down near the end of the article, it says this. Katie Fanning, a UKIP director who sits on its National Executive Committee, admitted its election campaign had been overshadowed by the controversy surrounding its Southwest England candidate, Carl Benjamin, the blogger known as Sargon of Akkad, who refused to apologize for making comments about raping the Labour MP Jess Phillips. We've done very poorly, she told The Guardian before the results were declared. UKIP had a major opportunity to do very well in these elections as the democratic will of the people has been overturned, but it is quite clear from UKIP's actions over the past 3 years that the people have lost confidence in us being the primary party of Brexit. Fanning said she felt that the party would be lucky to get 3 seats in total. Quote, I believe that's because UKIP's EU campaign has been overshadowed by Sargon of Akkad's disgusting comments and rape jokes and things he has said in the past. That's very much marred UKIP's reputation. Ouch.
Whatever.
Well, okay. There's 2 different things going on here. She's not wrong. She is not wrong that that's what happened. That doesn't make that happening okay. There were some things that Carl had to answer for going into an election. He had to know some of this was going to be brought up, especially the "I wouldn't even rape you" thing, because I mean he's getting into politics, and he specifically said that to a politician.
Yeah. Let me grab a Streamlabs real quick.
Oh, please do.
Thank you, Terry Diamandis, for the donation. If Monkey won't complain, you'll have to complain twice as much to make up for it. No problem.
Also, thank you, Terry Diamandis. I didn't get a notice for this. I'm so sorry, Terry. It says Sargon should have sent more non-rape. Or did I? No, I already did read that one. Never mind. I read that one straight from the alert box. The way the press treated him over there was entirely unfair. Entirely unfair.
Yeah, it was disingenuous.
And yes, absolutely. Now, the questions on his statement about, okay, we have to explain the exact situation. Sargon was on a stream with somebody who said to Sargon, when people come on here, I always turn it around on them and tell them I had sex before I was 11. Are you telling me that I wasn't, what was the wording he used?
Assaulted.
No, it wasn't that. That's not what he said. That I wasn't aware of what I was doing or something like that. And he goes, you proved to me that I wasn't. And Sargon's answer was, well, I suppose it depends on the child. Not a good answer to that question. But that's something he should have been able to answer for. I mean, he answered right there live on the stream. He could answer for it again. And then, of course, there was you're all acting white N-words thing. So certain things were definitely going to come bite him in the ass, and he should have had an answer for those. That should have been simple. And he should have expected it instead of getting angry that every time he got interviewed, he was going to get asked that. Of course you're going to. Of course you're going to. Does that make it fair? Nope. Life ain't fair. Welcome to the real world. That's when you answer those questions and you move on and get out your platform. He was even asked in one interview, and this Mediker shows this in his video, what are your top 5 policies? And at least at the beginning of it, he just sits back and goes, do MEPs even get to submit policies? Well, that's not a good answer. Just name off your top 5 priorities, dude. That should be simple. I mean, he did not do well himself, but this whole blame Carl is retarded. Is it? Now, there's some validity to it. There absolutely is.
Yeah, I mean, they're right to give him some criticism, but at the same time, he seems to be the scapegoat for the situation.
Well, because of him, every UKIP MEP candidate got asked about this shit.
Yeah, but you're going to when you have a controversial person on the ticket.
Yep,
and
that's
they
why
all know that going in.
Yeah, and that's why a whole bunch of them left when this started. I'm not. There's a difference between blame and explain. They all could have done the same thing. Like, look, ask him about those comments. Let's talk about what you want to talk about.
Well, that's the appropriate response. I mean, all the Republicans got asked about, what was his name, Steve King?
Mm-hmm.
And they all disavowed him and were like, look, he doesn't represent my views, blah, blah, blah. You get a stock reply. It sounds like UKIP has some organizational issues.
Real quick, Prospero says MEPs don't introduce policies. Neither do presidents, but we asked them about their policies.
Yeah, and
bills
you
have
can't
to
go
start
in
in the Congress.
Yeah, you can't go in being like, yeah, my policies are to be awesome.
Right.
You have to
have no policies because I don't have to.
Yeah, I am a blank slate. Impose upon me what you will.
But
No, you have to have something prepared.
Or even if you're going to say that, and I haven't seen the rest of it, so maybe this is what he says. But like, do they get to introduce policies? No. But here are 5 things I believe we need to do better, or 5 things I believe in. You know, something like that. You don't just go, fuck, I don't have to have those. So next question.
But I think he did a good job going out and talking to people.
He did. Unfortunately, that was marred by the bullshit press he got.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to defend their press at all. Their press was full of shit. Now, again, you should have known that was coming, and that's where you have to learn to deal with it, because we knew it was coming. And that's where you get a chance to make them look like assholes. That's where you get the chance. And I think he did a good job with that one. Like when he told the one woman that he treated Jess Phillips like a bitch because she was acting like a bitch, just like he'd treat a guy like a dick if they were acting like a dick. I'm paraphrasing, but that was a great answer. Terry, thank you so much. I disagree with Jack. Be awesome has always been my policy my entire life, and it works for me.
Yeah, but Terry, you're not a politician because politicians are scumbags. So being awesome is more of a life philosophy for you. It's not a position you hold. You just are that thing, like the Buddha.
Why did Ethan Ralph have to create that shirt about Sargon's bad joke? Because he knew he could sell it to his fans.
He was targeting the Sweetie Squad.
Yeah. I'm sure he made quite a bit of money off that. And the chance of Sargon ever actually suing him over it, probably very, very slim. So it's a dick move, and yeah, that was fucking stupid. But I don't think that cost Carl anything in the election. I think Sargon, I think he was the wrong candidate, and I think we all know that. Just because of how much he has said.
Yeah.
And how many times he's tried to be edgy. Just absolutely tried to be. They didn't even get into everything Carl's ever said.
I think he would better serve the party in a different way, like being a spokesman kind of thing, like somebody that interviews the candidates or helps promote them. Not necessarily somebody that runs for an office. Specifically because of his edginess in the past.
Dangerous Spaces says, as a journalist graduate with a major in PR, there's so much I wanted to tell Sargon on how to handle himself. The problem is it wouldn't have helped. Because Sargon's platform seemed to be, this is who I am. And That doesn't work for everyone. Medicare does make a good point. I mean, Sargon seemed to almost be trying to model himself after Trump, and it's not even the same thing.
No, he's got a different personality type. He sounds too posh.
He's in a different country.
Yeah, Trump could only get elected in the U.S.
Yes, absolutely. He his brashness would not have played well over there.
No, it works in certain places, like Durante in the Philippines has a certain amount of brashness, but he's a little bit more, shooting drug dealers and that sort of thing. So somebody like Trump can't get elected over there. They have to have a different type of boldness, and that seems to be more T-oriented. I don't know. It's really
Prospero says Batten, the UKIP leader, didn't hold his seat. Yeah, that's Gerard Batten. UKIP is dead for all intents and purposes. It just is. It might be one of those parties that remains, and eventually they'll have like one little town in Scotland is the UKIP, has a UKIP headquarters in it, but otherwise nobody else is in it. They have a lot of little tiny parties like that across the UK and stuff.
Yeah,
kind of like we have them here still, little tiny ones. I'm sure Perot's party still has one person claiming it still.
I like Perot. I voted for him.
Oh, Perot was good. I was too young to vote for Perot.
Yeah, he was awesome.
The simple fact is with UKIP, UKIP was probably going to lose bad anyway.
Yeah,
because of Farage starting Brexit, the Brexit party, guys. That's not to be. Look, there's two different things when you talk about Brexit now. You have Brexit, the movement, where they voted to leave the UK, and now you actually have the Brexit party, which Farage has come out and made the Brexit party. Farage killed the party he created. Yeah, he did, Prospero. And it wasn't doing that well to begin with. Going into this election, at least, they'd been Farage's critique of them was probably right on. But as soon as he announced that he was making this other party, UKIP just tanked. And looking at polls, it does seem like they got that UKIP kind of got a little bit of a bump when Sargon and who else? Dankula and those joined.
Yeah.
But it sure as hell did not translate to the polls very well, man. Jeez, they got their asses whipped. England DG says, but let me show you this chart. Let me show you this chart.
Man, here. I loved his charts. Perot was, Prospero said he was a dickhead. That may be, but he was my kind of dickhead. He seemed fun. He was the kind of guy that if he was a little taller, he might have been Batman.
I like Perot because he's one of the few politicians where he'd go, I don't care about that. I want to talk about this right here. This is what's bothering us. And he actually said something that we so desperately need to fucking stamp on the forehead of every politician in our country. He said, everybody keeps asking, what about our children? What about our children? He goes, what about us? Yeah. And he's talking about fiscal policy. What about us? We are not going to have anything if we don't start taking care of this, if we don't get this debt under control. And for all of the talk about how the Republicans and Bill Clinton, how they eventually, God, I can't believe that, balanced the budget, which never happened. The only reason it even got close was because Perot made them. Perot's the one who made that an issue. My dad said he was a nutter. Perot? No, he wasn't. He was an eccentric.
Yeah, he was kooky, but he was a good person. A bunch of his employees got captured by what are the rebel dissenters in some shithole country. Yeah, he hired a special forces team to go out and get them. A bunch of Blackwater types, and they went and rescued the people. And he did it all on his dime. I respect that. He looked out for the little guy when he didn't have to.
Yeah, and he was all about. He was the one who's like, look, we need to concern ourselves with fiscal policy. Social stuff, I don't give a fuck about that. Fiscal policy is what we need to deal with, because that's where we have a ticking time bomb. He had it end for the Bush family. The entire campaign was revenge, or he had it end. I'm guessing what you say. So,
yeah, I didn't like George H.W. Bush that much. I thought he was too wishy-washy.
HW probably would have won if it wasn't for Perot. That's absolutely true.
Yeah, that's fair, but it is what it is. That was a long time ago.
I don't think the Bush family had any claim to the election.
No, he thought it was going to get anointed the same way Hillary did, and Clinton won because of that.
Man, we're on an election kick tonight. Jack, do you think anybody who's been in the anti-SJW community, any of them could get elected anywhere in a major way?
No, not realistically. I don't think this is the type of thing that transitions you to politics. Maybe get a radio show on Sirius or something like that. Yeah, I could see that. Some sort of corporate sponsorship in media broadcasting communications. I could see that, because controversy does sell.
Sure.
We've seen that with Geraldo, Jerry Springer, etc. You could be an unlikable douchebag and still make a pretty good career. Politics, not so much, because you tend to say things that are obviously politically incorrect and you offend people. And those are two big no-nos when you're in politics.
Yeah, that was another thing in the Medicare video where he's talking about, Sargon just refused to apologize for anything, just like his hero Trump. And then you go, oh, wait. Trump did apologize for the grab him by the pussy comments, which is true. He did. Jordan is already hitting up the hashtag with some beautiful women, if you guys want to check that out. Don't forget, hashtag, you can send memes, you can send stories, and you can send of-age women with their naughty bits covered. The rest of them can be as uncovered as you need, but their naughty bits covered. Over to hashtag MITAM.
Yeah.
Let's get it's Memorial Day. Let's get some patriotism in that bitch. Give me some patriot. No, I'm not talking. That came out wrong. The memes, guys. The memes. Give me some eagles. Give me some flags, man.
Find some dude dressed like an eagle drilling a chick.
God damn.
She's got sparklers in her hands.
Horrible segue.
Yeah. I saw the Medicare video, and it really came off as just some sort of angry rant to me.
It came off as gloating. Just pure gloating.
Yeah, which I expected that, but it really is. I don't know why Jim hates Sargon so much, and I don't really care. That was not a good video for him. It didn't seem like it was in any way anything other than some sort of vindictive video. And I don't know. I just didn't care for it.
Well, it's what I expected. The only thing that I expected more of was Jim laughing through it. He actually didn't laugh through it as much as I thought he would. He pointed out some interesting things that happened during that whole thing. Like I said, I didn't pay that much attention to what was going on with this election. So some of the footage of the interviews that he had been in, that Sargon had been in, I hadn't seen. So, I mean, some of those like, ooh, not a good look. Johnny Hellcat, thank you so much. Speaking of memes, glad you liked my Coming to America meme. Oh, I enjoyed that. That was cool.
That was great.
And Jay Mizzle, now you have to say my name even if I'm late. Jay Mizzle, thank you so much. Remember, guys, got to pay for it after the first 5 minutes. I'm not telling you to pay for it. I'm telling you to be here in the first 5 minutes.
If only hookers had that rule.
I did see the Barbie meme over there. We'll bring that up real fast. Show it to. That's not what I was looking for. There we go. This is Mattel's new San Francisco Barbie.
It should have a little poo trail coming out behind her.
It should. I like how she has Moldy Locks' hair.
Yeah.
Oh, and thank you, Jay Mizzle. Also, I feel like I forgot something. Is there a reason I'm saying they?
I think it's better we don't know.
All right. How you doing, Eve? Eve's in chat now. No, yeah, going back to Medicare's video for a minute. If you haven't followed any of this, and this is your first introduction to it, it does give you a kind of at least a decent timeline of everything that happened. But again, it's with Medicare's just dripping hatred of Sargon in there. I mean, and we both expected it. We knew it was going to come. I don't think, short of Sargon actually winning, Jim would have done anything different. Even if Sargon lost by like half a point, it still would have been this way. But
he would have done it even if Sargon won. He'd made a laughing at Europe video, like, haha, look what you elected.
Yeah, there you go. It just wouldn't have been directed directly at Carl this time. Now I've been, oh Jesus, that is horrible. This has nothing to do with what we're talking. It just happens to be what was on my Twitter when I flipped over there real fast. That's
disturbing.
Don't you just want to ask the person who designed it, what the hell were you thinking?
Yeah, well, his ass looks weird to begin with, but yeah, seriously, what were you thinking?
I mean, maybe from the front it's cool looking, but you didn't have to do the back in that case. Jesus. Yeah. This is why I don't look at Twitter while we're live unless I'm actually looking for something like the hashtag. So yeah, let's get up there. Got any plans for Memorial Day?
No, I don't. I'm gonna be moving boxes around.
Spider-Man has more of a bottom than Brie Larson. Well, so did the side of that tent, which was flat.
Her ass is fine.
I suppose it works, but it's fine is not the word I would use.
Yeah, she'll look fine on all fours while she's saying my name and calling me daddy.
Stubborn says, why doesn't Bear like Faraj? Don't quote me on this, but I'm almost positive it's because Faraj is kind of a pussy. Faraj is the one who basically made Brexit happen. He pushed it all through, and when it came time to be the person to step up and run the country for that, he's like, oh no, I'm not doing it. He backed out like a bitch. Jay Mizzle says, spider ass. Now, okay, I'm done. And that's got the things.
I think you're supposed to shout that.
Are you supposed to shout that? I can't shout.
Spider ass.
Thank you.
There's your new ringtone.
I was going to talk about something when I got distracted there. Oh, my plans for tomorrow. The only thing I know I have to do, I have to rub Lady Monkey's legs. Her legs are sore from, they did a lot of walking and stuff this weekend. Little Butt came up and they all went down. They went to Chuck E. Cheese and they hit all the stores in the big city. And then Little Butt was attached to Grandma's hip all day. Except for when she was attached to mine, which wasn't for very long. She took me into her room and she made me read books to her. I can read you books all day. I don't have to move to do that. Nico, thank you. Le Pen won in France. I haven't kept up on it anywhere else. The only ones I knew that there were people running, I knew Tommy Robinson was, I knew Dankula was, and I knew Sargon was. That's as much as I knew about the UK, EU, whatever election, the MEPs, the MEPs, the MEPs. So yeah, Lady Monkey told me right before she was going to bed, she had this look on her face like she was upset or something. Like, what's wrong? She said her legs are sore. Like, remind me tomorrow and I'll rub them. She'll, sure. Like, she always says that. She's always like, sure. Like, when have you ever asked me to rub you and I haven't? The problem is she doesn't want to bother me so she doesn't ask, and then somehow it's my fault. If you ask, I'll do it. I'm a giver. What was that? What was that you just said, Jack? Let me see.
It's an article about Le Pen winning.
Le Pen beats Macron in EU Parliament vote as far right gains ground. Yeah, I did see conservatives. The centrist party. The EU is mostly centrist, and their centrists got their butts kicked a little bit throughout the different countries. What is it? 28 different countries, 38, 18. Nobody cares because it's all just Germany. It's all just Germany. Don't kid yourselves, guys. This is just the Nazis' newest way of running Europe. Brussels far-right leader Marine Le Pen won her symbolic duel with President Emmanuel Macron on Sunday, as Eurosceptic forces made strong gains in the EU parliamentary election. Isn't it weird that Eurosceptics were winning the European Parliament?
Yeah,
Kind of funny.
There's pretty good irony there. I don't know. I think France is in some real trouble either way. They're going to have a lot of problems because of all the migrants and the various angry problems that are going on there with the disenfranchised immigrants and the angry residents who are getting pretty fed up from what the European press seems to be saying.
Le Pen's party was already the biggest French group in the outgoing parliament and does not seem to have gained ground, but Macron personally invested himself in the campaign and was diminished by his loss. Oh, poor little Frenchman. Now he's Napoleon. Italy's far-right league, headed by Deputy Prime Minister Matteo Salvini, also won the most votes with between 27 and 31%, according to exit polls. Across Europe, however, according to projections prepared by the Parliament, the center-right European People's Party is on course to have the most seats in the Assembly with 173, down sharply from 216 in 2014. So there you go. The European People's Party, the center-right group. This is supposed to be a trading bloc. Why do you need a parliament?
Well, why do they need an army?
Well, they don't. Well, because the Germans need one.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. This is what the Germans want to do. This whole thing is just the Fourth Reich.
Yep.
I'm sorry if that's offensive to some of our European listeners, but man, I tell you, it sure has a look of that.
Well, it seems to be exactly what it is. And I'm sorry, you Europeaners out there who are like, no, it's not. Pay attention.
Yeah, because this looks really familiar.
Unified Germany, unified Europe under Merkel, who heads, what was it again? Germany.
Yeah.
It's just the Fourth Reich. They did what Hitler couldn't without firing a single shot.
Yeah, you can conquer through economics just as much as you can conquer through warfare. And it's pretty scary because if they continue the path they're going down, it could be a serious problem. I mean,
yeah.
How many times has Germany caused massive wars? I can think of 2 big bloody ones.
Well, wait until they get that European army and decide that they really did want to get into Moscow.
Yeah. Or they say, hey, guess what? Britain, you can't leave because we're going to invade you because you're already part of us. I really think that if a major country tries to withdraw from the EU, like France or even Italy, I think there's going to be some civil strife that we haven't seen in a really long time.
Hey, Tailed, how you doing this morning, bud? Your elections amuse me in a way that's not actually funny. Because, it's man. I just keep thinking, because imagine going back to the original colonies, and actually not the original, the colonies as they were in 1860.
Yeah.
And we were the United States by then. But as far as anybody knew, you could join the Union, you could leave the Union. It wasn't federal government's land. It was still, South Carolina's land or Tennessee's land, Kentucky's land. Nope. Thank you. In fairness, Germany didn't start World War One. Fair enough, but I mean,
well, I'm starting the conspiracy theory that they did.
it was reptilians dressed as Germans, though. That's history, kids.
They were time traveling reptilian Nazis. I got to write that down.
No, but I think of they should have known, or they should have been able to leave the Union if they wanted to. And instead it was like, nope, you cannot leave us. We will keep the Union together. Well, how long before the European Union decides that about its member states? Thank you, Kevin. Shocker, Germany attacking Britain, right? I mean, seriously, they're no longer just an economic trading bloc. They actually dictate policies. Article 13, that wasn't just going to affect Germany or just affect Italy or just affect people who decided to let it affect them. That was member-wide.
And the fact that it's been dictated from on high down by a bunch of mostly unelected people, that's pretty terrifying for any Democrat organization or country, and they should be more afraid that worse is coming down the wire. But I guess people over there don't seem that scared. The ones that do seem to be in a minority.
Yeah. And you know what? Maybe they're right. Maybe that I'm looking too much at our history and putting it on them, but I can see it. Why not? It's there. You're part of the European Union. You're part of the United States. Jay Mizzle, the Holocaust didn't really happen. Yes, it did. What? Sargon, unluckily, breh, ha ha ha, confused Americans make me laugh. Come to the UK. What?
No, I don't want to come to the UK because I have a bad habit of saying things that people don't like to hear, and I don't want to go to jail.
You guys don't have freedom.
Oh, thanks for the big donation over on the Streamlabs, Evolved Potato. Got into university today, spreading the love. Congratulations, man. That's great.
Oh, congratulations. Oh, and I have the same message over here on my Streamlabs. Thank you so much. Got into university today, spreading the love. Hope you have a good time there. Hope you learn a lot.
Yeah, you'll learn more doing your own leisure research than you will through your classes.
Sorry, not spamming. No, I know you weren't spamming. I think it actually would have looked more spammy if you typed that all in one message.
Yeah.
So no, you're good. You're good. Look, it worries me for the member states of the EU because I can see it coming to that one day, especially if they have their own standing army.
Yeah, because there's always people that aren't going to like that, and you're early in the stages of them forming this bloc, this United States of Europe. It's still pretty early into that, as far as getting beyond the economic perspective of it. So if they form a standing military, that's going to really kind of make a lot of people nervous really quickly.
Sorry, come to the UK. It'll give you an angle to discuss things. A lot of Sargon's fans are kind of insular and don't leave their filter bubbles. Also, was funny to see that 950,000 subs doesn't mean votes, and neither does millions of views. Oh, dudes, if you think I'm here supporting Sargon's bid or anything, I'm not. I think Sargon made a huge mistake entering the race for the reasons we talked about early on. If nothing else, I mean, his fucking his baggage, man, Jesus Christ. I have no problem if he had got in with his policies as they are, but with some of the things he said, come on, Sargon, really?
And shotguns and 22s, dude, that's what high schoolers shoot. I have an SKS 15 feet away from me. I don't need a pussy little 22.
Look, shotguns can be fun, but they're only good at close range. So
Yeah, they were cool when I was in Boy Scouts and home defense, yes, but I don't know. I have some better guns than that laying around. So
You damn Russian. Who's a Russian?
yeah, it's Russian made SKS.
Oh, okay.
But you can run that thing through the mud and it'll still shoot like the day it was born at the manufacturing factory. Oh, it's a beautiful weapon.
Wasn't that one of the selling points of the AK? Is that it was?
Yeah. The SKS is an AK-47 semi-automatic.
Gotcha. Okay.
I just bought some new stripper clips for it, so I'm all excited. So I want to go shooting it again.
Tommy C said he will move back to America if the EU gets an army. He should. Hey, Tommy C. Well, Tommy doesn't say too offensive of things. I'm trying to think if I've ever heard him say anything that I'd be like, "Ooh, they wouldn't like that in Europe." But no, this is not that kind of stripper monkey. I know.
Well, they both give me boners, so. No, I don't blame anyone for wanting to get out of there if they form an army, because that could be really scary for multiple reasons, not just the obvious one of Germany being in control of the continent-wide army. I mean, there's a lot of strife could come out of that. But I don't know if anybody's going to do anything about it. I'm a touch paranoid. I admit that. But yeah, I would be very, very nervous by that.
Adrian said, "Monkey, it's about his children, not about him." See, I'd move for my children now. Not saying that makes him a bad dad or anything. Just I'm with Jack. I'm a lot more nervous than him, because to me, that's what worries me in this country. Is I have children. If it was just me, if I was a bachelor who never had kids right now, I wouldn't give a fuck what was happening out there. Wouldn't care at all. Like, oh, look, crazy bitches are passing laws that are vaguely against the First Amendment. Huh? Who cares? I'll be dead and it's not going to affect anybody I know or love. But we've seen laws passed that are blatantly against the freedom of speech clause of the First Amendment. Nobody seemed to care. And I mean, in chat, Toten, I don't know how you say that, said that Sargon has been overblowing the way things are over there. That it's not as SJW as you might think. Kevin, thank you. Tim Pool is afraid to film in the UK. I don't know anything about their free speech and privacy law, so.
Yeah, they got some weird rules, like not filming people going in and out of courthouses during their trials. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't blame him for being nervous about that, because the rules seem very vague and a bit capricious. Hi, Stargazer.
Hey, Nuts, how you doing, sweetheart? And yeah, she gave me a hi. Thank you, sweetie. We hear that same thing over here. It's not as bad as it seems. And Toten, help me. How am I supposed to say that? TOITN. I'm not saying that every time. I'll call you Two. Two says that they're more SJW than us, and you are. But the problem is we're getting more every fucking day, every goddamn day, and it just gets more accepted every day. Things that would have gotten you laughed at 10 years ago, now people are like, yeah, that makes sense to me. No, I'm not okay moving further that way. And it's only on college campuses. No, it's not. No, it's fucking not.
Yeah, I'm sure Neville Chamberlain thought everything was all peachy keen when he was like, peace in our time. But
yeah,
things change very quickly in the world, and you just never know when something that seems like a good idea is going to turn into a horrible, wretched idea where next thing you know, you got the Japanese in internment camps.
Oh, man. No, but yeah, Sargon, I think he made a mistake. Do you think he'll run for anything in the UK election?
I doubt it. Like I said, I really think this was more of a trial. What he could do is write a book about his experience and use it to promote his YouTube channel more.
Oh,
Or,
true.
and then he would make money off the book deal, because then he could be like, oh, look how the press ganged up on me, blah, blah. And it'd be all controversial, and he'd make a pile of money off of it. I think that would be the route I would have gone with it, is do this because you know you're not going to win, and then write a book about your experience doing it and how you went out and did all these public events, make a ton of videos on it like he did. And yeah, a lot of them weren't monetized, but it gets his reputation out there, it gets his name out there, and it builds him up more. So I think that's probably his best route. I don't think he's going to end up being in politics. I think it's a terrible idea. Mr. Dax said Sargon should just be careful not to title the book My Struggle.
Jesus.
That's probably a good point.
He'd probably do it that way on purpose. Kevin, thank you. Repeal the U.S. Espionage Act, please. I don't have that power.
Yeah, Prospero, I know he's been demonetized, but that's not the only way to make money off the internet. Yeah. He's still got his various like Subscribe Star, stuff like that. He can still make money. So just because the videos are demonetized doesn't mean the content doesn't bring people in to give him money.
Tailed, since Batten has stepped down as leader, I think Sargon will go for the leadership. I think if he does, that'll show he's actually serious about politics. I'm not sure he is, though.
Yeah, but he'd be better behind the lines, not necessarily out in office. So I think he's much better doing his own platforming on his own and not being in office. That's what I think that he's better at.
I just got to show this. Look at that. Look how fucking beautiful that is.
America,
bitch. Hell yeah.
It looks like it'll rip your face off in the name of freedom.
Yep. And you know what? That's exactly what we'll do. Look at this, man. That fucking bird is gorgeous. It was almost a turkey. Our national bird was almost a turkey.
I think Ben Franklin was joking about that, but turkeys are dicks.
Well, see, other than being ugly, I wouldn't mind turkey being our national bird because they are dicks and we kind of are too.
Yeah, and they're delicious, just like us. We have a cushy, warm, very nice interior.
However, this is a much better choice. Just look at, fucking beautiful. Those birds, man. With that flag, it's going to give me a patriotism boner. Look, man, I love my country. I do. We might do some fucked up shit sometimes, but I fucking love my country. I would not. People, where else in the world would you like to live? Nowhere.
Yeah, no shit. Especially these days. As kooky as some things are, still a nice place to live.
How do you know you wouldn't want to live anywhere else?
Because I've been other places and they suck.
Same way I know I don't want to eat a shit sandwich.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have to do it to know I'm not going to enjoy it. Mark, man, happy Memorial Day, guys. Whew. Mark, bitch. I'm just lost in that is such a gorgeous picture. Shroom sent that in, and thank you for sending that, man. Confirm that Monkey and his wife are in a threesome with the USA. That's right. I make her hum the national anthem when we're doing it. Granted, she never gets past the first few bars, but we start. Tail says UKIP membership is over 30K. I think they'll perform better in the general. I think it's going to depend on what happens. What depends after this, because with the absolute ownership that Brexit pulled off, or the Brexit party pulled off here, I wouldn't be surprised to see most of those people go over to the Brexit party. I mean, not saying they're gonna, but just saying. I love South Africa. Look, if you don't love where you are or where you're from, then you should move. Just throwing that out there. And you can't be like, well, I want to go to the US, but they won't let me in. That doesn't stop anyone else. No, don't come here illegally, because will hate you. UKIP is toast, says England DG. I think you're right, man, with what happened, man. Tail says, I don't think he should run for leader. I don't think he should. I think he should go back to doing what he did. I think, unfortunately, as much as I hate to say it because I know this is just some petty internet bullshit between the two of them, I think Medicare was right when he told Sargon he needs to knock it off, stop it. You're not going to become some great leader. Now, I think a lot of other people could. I just think with who Sargon is and what he's done online so far, he's just, that boat has sailed. You know what you could do? You could become a TV personality. You could become a radio host. But we live in different times, man. We live in different times. The public debates were good. Which one? The
ones that he filmed where he was out talking to man on the street.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought a lot of those were really good.
Well, I'm sure they were, but the problem is, again, he was screwed by the press. I will say that. I mean, there's no doubt about it. They fucked him over hard. So how many people did he get to actually talk to in the streets, you know? And then sure, the people who watch his YouTube channel saw him, but the little old lady sitting in their tea room didn't see that shit. All they saw was Sargon is a rape joke apologist, or he likes rape, or whatever they were saying at any time. He's going to keep doing the live debates. Well, good for him. Especially if they're working out. I mean, that's awesome. But yeah, I don't think politics is going to be something that he's going to be allowed to do. Just the press will never let him. They just won't. Enjoyed seeing Sargon talking to all those people. Nothing like a mass debate. It would have been nicer if they'd it could have been intelligent about it and not started throwing food and shit. Food fight.
I think it showed a lot of balls, though, to go out and talk to people that you don't know. And he had to do basically an impromptu debate with people that, you know, you don't know what they're going to say, that sort of thing. I thought a lot of politicians should do that, but of course they don't. They have these town halls where they rig it and have people give them staged questions.
Oh, man. Those CNN town halls are pissing me right off.
Yeah, they're pathetic.
It's especially when they were already caught with having the one just completely filled with members of the Democratic leadership.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you kidding? Already you're pulling that bullshit? Why even stage that? Why not just go up there and ask him the bullshit, lame softball questions yourselves? We're going to have this lady read this card we gave her on the way in. He basically shouted Antifa at anyone who mildly heckled him. Well, I didn't see him, so I don't know. I can't comment. If that's true, then that's not the best way to handle it. But that is Sargon's downfall. Sargon's downfall is that he is too proud.
Yeah, he's got an ego.
He does. He does not deal with criticism well. And that's not to say many of us do. He comes off so angry about it. Just angry.
Yeah, I think Dax in chat's right. Sargon has hubris.
Yeah,
and that's a tough one to overcome for a politician. Once you get an ego, it's hard to back off from that.
Thank you, England DG. Now that he's won, Faraj needs to do a video where he sings, "Your milkshake brings all the polls to my yard, and their votes are greater than yours." Yeah, that would be funny, but also kind of crass. Are you guys allowed to be crass over there?
Probably not.
He said, no, he said, come and talk to me rather than shouting from the sidelines. He barely mentioned Antifa. Again, I haven't seen it, but I'm actually, hey, Polly.
Hey, Polly.
I was actually thinking of some of the videos of Sargon being questioned by the press, and that's the ones where it seems like he just seems so angry, and you knew those questions were coming. Now, if you were laughing at him, okay, but it seemed just anger was exuding from him. How you doing tonight, Polly?
I'm doing all right. Yourself?
I'm a bit bumped and bruised.
Why's that?
I fell downstairs again.
Ah,
Yeah, so these things happen. You were a little hesitant there. Everything okay?
yeah, it's okay. I think you guys should probably move on from Sargon as a subject, though. I mean, kind of running in circles at this point.
Oh. But that's the title.
Well, UKIP lost. Yeah.
They did. They lost
And
bad.
As a member of that party, he lost as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's taking the fall for it. At least in some British newspapers, Guardian.
Well, I mean, least surprising headline of the year. I mean,
argue with the truth, don't lie. Yeah, if you guys, I don't know what argument we have going on there. Just that's Jack arguing with somebody. I wouldn't even vote for you. Brexit could make $1 million selling those shirts right now. The Brexit party. Monkey fell again. Yeah. Yes, I did. From the very tippity top of my stairs. I went the first step down I took, man, my leg just went, nope, we're not doing it.
Well, you see, Monkey in his past life was a slinky.
Indeed. One of those ones that gets a bend you can never fix. You ever have one of those, just a tiny little bend? That's why I'm glad they started making them out of plastic. They didn't bend so easy. But they also didn't make that great slinky sound anymore. Because there's that almost musical sound a slinky makes. And you get one of those plastic ones and it's more like it's more like a flapping sound.
The plastic ones were garbage.
Yeah, but they were pretty. They were pride colored. Which I'm wondering if they did that on purpose. RJ says, Monkey, how often do you argue with your legs? You've asked me that before. I do it quite often. I argue with a lot of I talk to my body out loud quite often.
Oh, Bubba Hotep makes a good point. Are you sure the fall down the stairs wasn't a warning not to get sad?
Oh, you know what? After yesterday, maybe. I'm not sad. I'm perfectly happy with falling down the stairs. Uh-oh, we got some stuff going on in chat. Remember, everybody behave.
Be nice. That's beyond that, I don't really care. Not my channel.
Well, I think they're free to argue with each other. Just be nice. No, being shitheads to each other. You need a helmet, dude. Well, a helmet will not protect my. Let's see. Let's go down the list of things that got banged up today. My ribs in my back. My pinky and ring finger on my left hand, my wrist on my right hand, my palm on my right hand, both hips, my right knee, and my ankles. My left knee is the only major part of my exposed body that didn't get hurt.
Damn, you're going to have to wear shin pads and a helmet for sure.
Mm-mm.
When you're like 80, you better not go anywhere near a flight of stairs. You're going to die.
The only reason I was on those stairs is because Little Butt was here. And when Little Butt says, Grandpa, will you come upstairs? There is no way I can go, because she wins every time.
No.
So, and it's my own fault. If I need to stop smoking, that would have helped me a lot because I was going down. No, actually, that time I was going downstairs to get bologna. Yeah. I was coming down here to get bologna because I was going to have a sandwich and Little Butt was going to have a sandwich too. Here's a cute little story for you. So I finally pull myself up and I get, because nobody upstairs eats bologna. I eat it. So it's in my fridge. But Little Butt loves bologna and we didn't have any last time she was over and she specifically asked for it. So I asked her if she was hungry and she said, yeah. I said, I'm going to have a bologna sandwich. You want one? And she said, yes. And so I came downstairs the hard way. Laid at the bottom of the stairs for about 15 minutes, pulled myself up, came in here, grabbed a bologna, went upstairs. And I made it about halfway up before I couldn't go any further holding the bologna. So I had Little Butt come down and grab it and take it up to Grandma, who was making the sandwiches for us. And she asked Little Butt how much she wanted. Did she want a sandwich or just half of one? Little Butt says, half of one. And Lady Monkey asked me how many I wanted. I said, I'll have one in her other half. And so Lady Monkey cuts each of our sandwiches in half. And she puts my sandwich on my plate and the other whole sandwich on Little Butt's plate. So I finished mine. And I can't reach for anything. Little Butt had to hand me each of my pieces of sandwich. And I go, okay, hand me your half. And she hands it to me and there are bites out of it. I'm like, well, give me the other one. And there were bites out of that one too. Shake the middle out of both halves of the sandwich. I'm like, that's okay. I'll eat it anyway. Shake the best part of the sandwich. That's the best part of the whole sandwich. I don't know what's going on there. Cool bros, I'm heading off. 8 a.m. here. Well, take it easy. Thanks for stopping by. Sargon isn't as popular, as clever as he thinks. Definitely not the everyman V thinks he is. I don't know him to know if he's an everyman. I think on YouTube he's definitely popular. It'd be wrong to argue otherwise. How popular he is actually in the UK, couldn't say. I'm sure a large number of his following are from here in the US, which doesn't help you in a UK election.
True.
That's just fact. So America. Do we have any more America stuff over there yet? Macho Man in his America outfit.
Nice.
There's some Evolved Potato sent some, said you have no idea how hard these were to find, and I mean those are America. You're not lying. Wow, that one actually kind of looks like roaming millennial in a American flag bathing suit.
What? I'm on it.
I mean, it's not exactly like her, but when I first scrolled, I'm like, wait, oh, okay. Yeah, check that one out. You like that, Jack. But we're not going to show that one on stream. Well, I can't show that one. It comes up too small. Anyway. So the UK, the EU elections are done. The UK they have their own coming up here soon, don't they? What, October? I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Tailed. You guys vote in October again? May is also being replaced here next month, the beginning of the month. Lots of stuff going on over there. I wish I knew more about their politics. Pyrus, that is under the hashtag MITAM over on the Twitter machine. That's where you can find the pictures. That's also where you can send, memes, pictures, stories you'd like us to take a look at. And hiccup over. No, we don't have any upcoming elections. Nigel Farage, in the one thing that I read, he said, if the UK doesn't get its act together, we'll be seeing more change in October. And I swear they said something about an election. Is it next October? No, general election has been called off. Oh, Brexit. Oh, that's right. Brexit is in October. That's when it's supposed to be done. Thank you. I hit my head today. So yeah, major changes coming to. What happens to the MEPs from the UK if Brexit finally goes through like it's supposed to? Wouldn't they be kicked out?
They become unemployed.
Like, you don't have a parking space here anymore. The next general is scheduled on May 5th of 2022. Thank you so much, England DJ. I knew I read something. Apparently, yeah, it was I read that as elections. Oh, electoris. Yeah, you do need to get your eyes fixed, Cynic. I don't know if you even can. They get liquid. Oh, man. Well, I did find it funny because you guys were, you're supposed to be leaving the EU, but you're having elections for an MEP. But the only reason that you guys were still in the elections is because Brexit hasn't came through yet. I remember reading that part. But yeah, it's like, do they get to finish serving out their term, or are they just gone? And do they get like a job in the UK government, like get like a janitor or something?
Yeah, they're gone, and they end up working at the gift shop.
They go work at Applebee's.
Yeah.
It's an inside joke. It's not very inside, but y'all know what I meant. Oh.
What you been up today, Polly?
Excuse me. A lot of different things, more editing.
Didn't you have a video that came out?
I'm sorry?
Didn't you have a video that came out?
That was yesterday morning, wasn't it?
Oh my god.
Well, still.
I'm just fucking
okay.
Hype it.
He's trying to give you a chance to shill.
Yeah, I did. Jack Inquisitor and myself did a brief video reviewing the Terminator. Hold on, I've already forgotten. Rare Fate, Bad Fate, Dark Fate.
I can't remember either. That's how much I'm eager to see this movie. I don't remember the damn title.
Terminator Dark Fate. Yeah, we went over the teaser trailer and went in about what we thought, predictions, yada yada. I actually went and did more reading on things that I probably should have done a little bit more of that the leaks of the script and stuff, reading before we did that review. Whatever.
Oh, really? I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah, the some of the predictions were damn close. Some of them were off. Not off, but like we were asking, like, where the fuck's John Connor? Well, John Connor is indeed in it. They're doing a what do they call it when they use CGI to wrap someone's face around a stand-in body double? You know, I forget what it's called.
Like face replacement or something like that. I can't remember the exact name.
There's some kind of term for it. Anyway, I forget what it is. They have a body double for John Connor and for Schwarzenegger, and they're going to be wrapping their 1991 faces around from T2 for flashback scenes.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah, I'm actually really down with that. I know some people, they get really Uncanny Valley creeps them out, like Grand Moff Tarkin in Rogue One, thank you. That it really fucked with them and took them out of the movie and they couldn't deal with it. Yeah, it's creepy and I don't like it. I mean, he doesn't look natural or real, but whatever, it's fine. I can live with it.
That's,
I mean,
worse.
Well, I don't believe that there's actual spaceships in space. That doesn't take me out of the film either. I realize Uncanny Valley, when it comes to human faces, is a different thing, but nonetheless.
Take a look at a picture. If that was your truck, would you go anywhere near it?
Probably not.
Fuck no. You know why? America.
Too much winning.
Look how it's all over that little Japanese truck.
It looks like Hiroshima over there.
That is Hiroshima in 1995. Excuse me.
Did you get a chance to watch that video, Monkey? The one that we put up?
I have not. The only video I saw today was the Medicare one, and the only I knew I shouldn't have watched it, because if I hadn't watched it, I'd be in bed right now.
Really? Why is that?
Because I saw the election results and then I saw his video. I'm like, fuck it, now I have to talk about this. What? Police are investigating James McDonald murder for hire allegations. Harvest Bible Chapter founder and former lead pastor James McDonald is facing some new disturbing allegations for allegedly trying to hire a hitman, like Jesus did.
Oh, I thought you meant Michael McDonald. I was like, the guy that sings that one song from Beverly Hills Cop? What?
I was about to say, the musician? What the fuck?
Wilmette Deputy Police Chief Pat Collins told the Christian Post a subject came in and filed a report, and we're doing an investigation based on that report. The allegation came to light following a recent podcast by Chicago area radio personality Mancow Mueller, on the show, Mueller said that McDonald came to me and wanted me to have someone killed for him. He came to me and wanted to hire a hitman, and my understanding was to kill one of his rivals. Damn, that is a hardcore church.
Yeah, a little bit. And what are they, Scientologists?
I don't know, man.
Hypothetically, I don't want to get sad.
I don't think Clinton goes to that one. Seriously, man, that flag, man, it really does. It gets my dick a little hard. I can't see our flag without being like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Y'all need to come to America legally. Come over here, move in, and you'll be like, I get what he means. America. I'm not saying your country sucks, but your country sucks. A little bit. Just compared to ours. It doesn't mean it's horrible. I mean, you're not in some third world shithole, or you wouldn't be able to hear this right now. But wait till you taste freedom. It's like, I need more. Can't be Scientology. They don't get caught.
That's true.
Oh man, my fucking wrist. Okay. How does that conversation about killing someone happen? I've always wondered that. Because there was who was it that police officer in New York who just tried to hire a hitman to kill her ex-husband and her boyfriend's daughter? Which, what a cunt. I always wonder how somebody who'll kill someone for me. I don't think I could even ask my best friend that without thinking this is a bad idea.
Yeah, because there's too much chance there's a good reward for that sort of thing.
Well, plus it's wrong to hire people to kill people.
Well, there's that, obviously. But, I could understand if it was like that guy diddled my daughter, I want him dead, that sort of thing.
All right, yeah.
Then that falls under the Texas rules of he needed killing.
Okay, and if it was in that circumstance, at least then I would understand asking.
Yeah.
But how do you know who to ask?
I think you just go to who you think is the most degenerate person around. In this case, it was Mancow, whatever his name is.
Mancow.
And ask them.
Tailed says, I'll die for my homeland. It's inevitable at this point. Come on over to the States, man. None of us would be able to understand you, but we'd love you anyway.
We'll just think you're from the South.
You don't ask your best friend to help you kill someone. You ask them to help move the body. I get what you're saying there. But we're talking about hiring somebody. And, with the police officer, I mean, maybe she's dealt with some shitty people, so she's got access to files,
Mm-hmm.
But this dude's a pastor. And what makes you think, you know what? I'm going to go ask a radio show host if he can help me get someone killed. I'm gonna head down to the local news station and ask the sportscaster if he knows a hitman. Hey Jack, do you know someone?
No. I try not to talk to other humans most of the time. Like you guys on stream, those are the people I talk to. I try and avoid other people in real life.
Pirate says Craigslist monkey. I think that's a bad idea. That's where you get hookers and find serial killers that are going to kill you.
Yeah.
Mom, you're the best thing about America. Oh, you're probably talking to Prospero, huh? Wait, what about me? I'm awesome.
You're like the fifth.
I'll take the fifth. Come on, you see what I did there? Take the fifth. Oh, come on. Come on, that was a good one. Not Craigslist is where you get cops, right? I can't imagine. But it's like these online terrorist cells, and they recruit people online. Like, how do you know who to ask? What do you do? Go to Ilhan Omar's Facebook and go, oh, we'll ask him and him and him. I mean, seriously. Oh shit. Shit. All the aches and pains, guys. Sorry. I gotta stop trying to move. Brexit party set to smash Tories, Labour, and Lib Dems. Does it really matter though? You guys are supposed to be leaving. You shouldn't be. Nobody should be celebrating this. They should be like, we had to do it. I mean, that's like the last sex before you divorce. Come on. Always remember, the healthier the hooker looks, the more likely it is she is a cop. Some good advice from somebody who may or may not know. Plus, the healthier they look, the less likely you're going to scratch afterwards.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, God. Paul, you okay over there?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. What?
Okay. Oh, you just got quiet.
I was just, searching for something online and not having any luck finding it. So.
Oh, you're fine. Oh, wow. The memes are already rolling in from the usual suspects. A fluffy albino giant panda has been filmed roaming bamboo forests in China, the first ever recorded in the wild, an expert says. But leave it alone. Probably got the panda AIDS.
Hey, Monkey, how many screens do you operate with again? Like
2.
on your two? Just 2?
Yeah.
And what do you do? What do you run when you're streaming? One's a search screen, the other one's your chat. Like, what's your setup?
One has the chat, the notice box for Streamlabs, and the actual stream itself. They're portioned into corners. And then the other one, yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, each one is its own little window, basically. But like the chat runs all the way down the left side of the screen, and then the other 2 are split on the right side. Nope. Thank you. Polly just got some advice on hookers. Give him space.
Exactly. Just like I got a hot tip on a new back page that I've been looking into. Shit. I like Prospero's comment. Are you looking for noir in all the wrong places? Okay, look. I may or may not have been downloading some noir films today, and I'll thank you to get out of my head. That's not funny. So you can see everything like on your screen, Monkey, like even side chat.
That you've been ignoring.
No, side chat, unless I for some reason have to click on the chat box. No, I don't see side chat.
Okay. Yeah, I've only got like a half or 2/3 of side chat showing the way that I've got it all split. So unless I kind of see it, something pop up on it, I won't notice that anything's really there, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. That's the same with me. If I rarely come over to this window unless I'm going to share something, and then I'll see that it shows a little side chat box. It'll tell me how many new messages are there. But unless I actually see it pop up, because it'll pop up right above your name when you type something, or I see that, I have no idea what's going on in side chat unless you guys tell me to look.
So strong hints to look don't count as us telling you to look.
I did look.
He answered.
I just answered you. Maybe you should look.
Oh, seconds ago. Fuck, I averted my eyes from
motherfucker.
God damn it.
Giving me shit.
Is it my turn not to look? Because I've been looking most of the time.
I got a question. Hanging in cyberspace for 10 minutes. Monkey has to wait for 2 seconds. And God, of course, it's the worst 2 seconds.
Look, hey,
that's how it works, man.
Yeah. You better be looking if you're giving me shit for not.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Go to hell. Look.
Oh my God. How did I end up I did not mean to follow this person. That's a spam account. I don't like those. I like people who post funny stuff. But so often you go to like their Twitter and it's just they post 900 times per day, and then you lose anything you actually want to see.
Hey, Monkey, you see a lot of films, and God damn it, so do you, Jack. But I think I asked you about this movie Body Heat, 1981.
I don't know how you haven't seen Body Heat.
I guess we haven't talked about this. Have you seen that, Monkey?
Hang on.
It's got no, we did talk about this, Jack, because I got the person's name completely wrong, the actress. I thought it was
Kathleen Turner.
Helen Slater.
Kathleen Turner.
Kathleen Turner.
Helen Slater would have been hot in that movie. Oh my god.
Oh, wait a minute. Helen Slater. No, that's Helen Slater was Supergirl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot.
No, I've never seen that movie.
Prosperous is a Double Indemnity remake. That's what clued me into. I should go check out this movie. That it's one of the great neo-noir films of the 80s. That it's like the only thing that makes it not noir is that it's in color, kind of thing. And I'm like, oh shit, I've heard about this movie. I've heard it's like
Razor
known,
Fist mentioned it in his recent what's the name of that movie? Harrison Ford
and William Hurt. Thank you, Assassin of the Grey. Yeah.
Oh god. Harrison Ford, Sean Young, big sci-fi movie. Yes, Blade Runner.
You mean his Blade Runner No Archives video?
Yeah, he was mentioning body heat in that.
Yeah. That's most recently what brought it to my attention, because he's got great taste in noir films, Razor Fist, and so I'm like, okay.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, body heat.
I disagree with him that Maltese Falcon isn't a noir film, but that's a minor,
Have you seen Witness, Polly, with Harrison Ford?
Yes.
Did you like
absolutely. That one? It was all right. It was all right. I think the film would have been better served by not having Harrison Ford in it.
Why?
I like Harrison Ford in a lot of things. Like him and Indiana Jones, great. Blade Runner, great. Like, you know what I mean? So it's not that I don't like him. It's just in that movie, I don't know. I didn't buy him in Witness. I thought other actors could have done a better job.
Fair enough. And there's some movies
it's like
that the actor they chose just doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Val Kilmer would have been good in that part on Witness.
Like Val Kilmer, like contemporary Val Kilmer, like at that time?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he's a really talented actor, but not young Val Kilmer, but 35 and up.
Yeah, he did. Well, he did a great job in Heat. Like people underestimate his acting job in Heat. Same with what's her name before she turned into a nasty woman. What's her name? The woman who made the Kentuckian. She made that bizarre speech. I'm a nasty woman at the Women's March in 2016.
Oh, chick from Double Jeopardy.
Yes. Yeah. It's her fucking name.
Her sister's a fat chick. I don't remember.
Yeah. Ashley Judd. No.
Judd.
Her sister's not a fat chick. That's her daughter.
So.
No, that's her sister.
No, the Judds are a mom and daughter singing group, man.
No, really?
Yes, really.
Yeah, called The Judds. Yeah.
It's mom and daughter.
I gotta look that up.
Ashley and Winona Judd.
So we're thinking of who Judd? What's her name?
Ashley. The pretty one.
Well, at one time.
Yeah, the Judds, Naomi Judd is the mom, not Ashley.
You're right. I got the sisters confused. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the daughter's name?
The daughters are Ashley and Winona.
Yeah, Winona was in the band. Ashley was not.
Naomi.
That's where the confusion lied. That was my fault.
Well, no, because what's her name is acted too. Mom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did she age poorly as well?
She did.
Did she turn into a nasty woman?
She's been one. Look what she raised.
She was hot. Remember her on Star Trek Next Generation, Monkey?
No.
Yeah.
She was in there?
She was hot as fuck in the one. Yeah, she played Ensign Robin Leffler.
Really?
Yeah. I hate that I have name blockage except for nerdy things. Like comic book characters, oh yeah. Star Trek, fuck yeah. Real person's name, what is it again?
I'm sorry, have we met?
The episode Monkey is when Wesley Crusher's been off the ship for a long time and he comes back and visits from Starfleet Academy and everyone's got this game that they're wearing over their ears that they're addicted to.
Yeah. I don't remember her being in it, but I remember that episode.
Wesley falls in love with this young ensign who's on the ship and they're the only two that aren't affected by the game and they have this little runaround adventure to try and solve the problem and stop the threat.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, you've seen Angel Heart, right, Polly?
Do I have a Blu-ray of Angel Heart? Yes, of course.
I figured because I know you're a big Mickey Rourke fan.
But yeah, it was all about Mickey Rourke. Man. That was the reason. And then Robert De Niro playing the devil, and for no other reason than those two. Yeah.
Yes. No other reason whatsoever. Jason Momoa.
Yeah, and that's a special time in history because that's before Lenny Kravitz got to her too.
Yeah, before you ruined
For those of
it.
you who don't know what we're talking about, Lisa Bonet's in that film, and that's like her first. Like she went extra nude in that film, and it was awesome. And that was before Lenny Kravitz got to her and turned her into
extra nude, like peeled.
Well, she was getting hardcore plowed.
Well, okay, touche. No, she had her skin on still.
Okay,
I mean, you know, sometimes you'll hear like somebody went naked, and it's because like you'll see a flash of like side tit,
frontal, or something like that.
Like really, really quick, as opposed to Lisa Bonet in that movie. It's like a whole scene. She's just sitting there in the tub talking, and it's like, oh yeah.
No, I need to see like for extra, it's got to be like meat flaps showing.
Yeah, no, fair enough. It's not like hardcore gyno cam or anything like that, but it's
hardcore gyno cam. Is that the thing?
It should be. Mickey Rourke in it. She's banging Mickey Rourke, so that was a pretty intense scene for its time. I mean, that was like 1987.
Yeah, and like as soon as Mickey Rourke's involved in a sex scene, it automatically makes it hardcore and creepy because Mickey Rourke, right?
Yeah, because he looks like somebody that has people in his crawl space.
Damn right.
Yeah,
I mean,
he looks like he's never had sex consensually.
Yeah. Well said, or sober.
Or sober, which leads to the other
for
parts.
Either him or the unfortunate recipient. Yeah.
Dude, I watched The Wrestler, and first of all, that was a pretty decent movie, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't know he's an actor. He just thinks people get his name wrong. If you watch him in the last like 10 years of movies, he looks slightly confused while he's doing things, like that scene in Iron Man 2 where he's playing with something and the hammer comes in and says, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Working on your drones." Because he's like, I don't know what this guy wants. Who is this man? Why does he think my name is something Russian? I'll just speak in a Russian accent.
BG asked, how does it feel to be a bigger dirty old man than Monkey and Jack? I don't know.
Yeah.
This is continuous. Like, I don't get it. I'm like a decade younger than both Jack and Monkey, but somehow I'm Polly Dad and a dirty old man when they're not.
We're the good ones.
That's it.
Yeah, no. Polly's like really tame. I don't know where you guys are getting that.
Jack. This is our chance to be the good ones.
Yes, we are the good ones. Hi, Chaos.
Hi.
Hey, Chaos.
It's too late. I already know how dirty you guys are. So
I'm not dirty at all.
I'm super dirty.
Sure.
I'm misunderstood.
You're not dirty at all, Monkey.
I ain't dirty at all.
No, not at all.
Not at all. It's not what I do. What I do around here is entertain. Renting monkeys for entertainment purposes only.
Also, hi, Polly.
Hey,
also, don't take with alcohol.
Do not take with alcohol. God damn.
I like how all of the chat is laughing at us for saying we're the good ones.
How dare you people? We are the good ones. Polly Dad is the bad. Oh, shit. He's the bad one. Oh, he's the one that brought up naked tonight. It wasn't me.
No. Jack brought it up.
No, he didn't bring up hardcore gyno cam.
Hardcore gyno cam. Oh, why is that a phrase?
That was all you.
Vortex understood it as gyro cam, which is just a funny notion to think about.
That's different. That's just a iteration on steady cam.
Yeah, it's just a stabilized image.
Well, it just depends on the position she's in and where things are turning. Yeah, I could see gyro cam. Where you stuff a gyro in her vagina and it's got a camera in it.
Awful. Oh,
I'm not touching that.
You know what I was watching? I was watching something where somebody brought up. So have you seen Pro Jared's dick? And the response was everyone has seen Pro Jared's dick. I haven't.
Lucky you.
Me neither.
And it just occurred to me. I haven't seen Pro Jared's dick, and I haven't seen Two Girls, One Cup, and I'm a happy man because of it. Just
Why
food
would
for
you
thought.
say that out loud?
What do you mean? My DMs are going to be bombed with Two Girl, One Cup images?
Yeah, they are.
You're gonna have
And-
people trying to get you to see it.
And my DMs are closed. So
Good call.
You've never seen Two Girls, One Cup?
fuck no.
That's
Two Girls,
okay.
One Cup isn't even that bad.
I won't open DMs from anyone I don't know, so, or anybody I've not DM'd with before. If somebody who sends me that, you are automatically getting blocked. Just so
God.
you're aware.
Connor, thank you so much. I can't sleep. My neck is stiff. Sorry to hear that, bud. I hope it passes quickly. Two Girls, One Cup ain't nothing. You want to see some nasty shit, go watch Tub Girl. That's old school, like, oh.
I know what you're talking about, and don't do that, Polly.
No, not you, Polly. I'm talking about anybody in chat.
Like,
Tub Girl's horrible.
I mean, you know that thing, like people joke about it. I've seen stand-up comedians talk about it. It's like you'll smell something real bad and you'll go, oh God, that's awful. Here, smell this. Like, why would you want someone else to suffer with you? And it's like, haha. Well, because you want to see how bad can possibly be. When it comes to stuff like that, I don't want to know. I'm fine with the mystery. I don't understand why people seek it out.
Misery.
Pro Jared's dick.
Misery loves company.
Look, I didn't want to see Pro Jared's dick either. It was just all over Twitter that day.
I do a lot of this sort of like I would the Ring video. If I have to see it and it's going to kill me, you're all going with me.
That works for me. Ben Shapiro 2 hours ago tweeted out, John Wick 3 may be the greatest film since Citizen Kane. Probably not, but maybe.
I don't know if I go that far, but I'm sure it's pretty damn good. I mean, have you seen the training videos that him and Halle Berry have been through? Holy shit.
Damn right. Yeah. Cool stuff.
Dude, I will link you.
It's what we were talking about with the Terminator Dark Fate video with, from what you can see in the trailer, it kind of looks like rather uninspired action choreography, you know, very, very CGI based, etc. And it's like, I don't know, guys, you got two film franchises that did their own things in terms of action, were really successful doing it. John Wick and the Jason Bourne films. They didn't do fighting or gunfights or whatever like other films up to that point. They just decided to do something different, and it was fucking awesome. I mean, break the mold a little.
There you go. That's both links. One is I'll put them in chat as well, so that people can see them. One is the first one is Keanu Reeves. The second is I think I broke that. The second is Halle Berry. And comparing the two, Halle Berry does okay. Keanu Reeves murders a motherfucker. Like, I'd be scared to fight this man in any kind of way.
Oh, Jack. Benson had just said in chat, I watched Soylent Green the other day. So I was talking to, it reminds me, I'm talking to Zelthor. And I said,
no.
Soylent Green. He didn't know the reference. He's never heard of the movie. He didn't know that Soylent Green was people. So you're like, how could you have not seen Body Heat? Okay, I hear you. I've heard of it, but I've just never gotten around to seeing it. But I'm aware it exists. Zelthor had no idea what Soylent Green was even referencing.
What are they teaching kids in school? I mean, are there no cultural influence? I know that movie will probably be banned as soon as they start making people patties, but that's like 5 years down the line, according to the crazy lady in office, Cortez. But I mean, come on, that's like a cultural touchstone for movies. How do you not have seen that? Look at the cast in it.
I mean, and why I'm surprised that like he knows a lot of stuff that comes from films that he hasn't seen. I'm surprised he hasn't heard someone reference Soylent Green. Like, it's such a particular sounding phrase. It's memorable, and the idea that it's made out of people. I mean, this joke is cracked all over. I've seen at least half dozen memes that use it. I'm surprised he didn't know what it was. So hey, listen, you can go a long way without knowing something that's obvious. You know?
Man, no, that's so excuse. Like, get out there and culture yourself, people. There's some great movies out
Culture
there.
yourself.
Charlton Heston's been in a ton of great movies. If you haven't seen them, what are you doing with your life? Why do you hate America?
Yeah.
Why do you hate America?
I love America. That's why I've seen Charlton Heston movies.
BG's got a point. Citizen Kane sucks, but the cinematography is great for studying it. Yeah, I know I go against the grain on this one, but it always gets listed as like the #1 American film of all time, and I don't agree with that. Mostly because Casablanca is often listed as #2, and it should obviously be #1. It's Michael Curtiz's masterpiece.
Casablanca should definitely be #1.
Yeah.
I'm going to disagree with you there. I like Citizen Kane better. Casablanca is a very good movie, but it's filmed like a lot of other 40s movies.
Well, we're not questioning that. That's what BG said. The cinematography was groundbreaking and influenced everybody to the point where you watch it and you're like, what's special about this? Because no one filmed anything like this up until this point. You know, I get that, but I don't know.
Real quick, Kevin, thank you. Teach Killdozer in social studies.
Yes, Killdozer's a great movie.
Is that the one based off the guy who built the Killdozer?
Yes.
The actual guy? Okay. Because there was an actual dude.
Yeah. Yeah, they destroyed half a town.
Yeah, because for once Zelthor and Fritz found out about it, they memed the hell out of it. They changed their icons on Discord and their names were like I think his name is Heatmeyer's disciples or something like that. They were obsessed for about a good 2 or 3 weeks there.
Oh, maybe they should watch Chud and then they could go play in New York sewers.
Oh, I don't think so.
Guys, completely off topic. If you're on Twitter, go over here and in the comments section there, type in hashtag all hail blue whale.
Oh no. What are we doing?
No, it's just it's an Adult Swim. This is, you can just copy and paste this right here. There you go. It's an Adult Swim link or thread, and nothing bad. And Gassie's like, "Hey guys, you should drop that in there." I'm like, yeah, drop it in there. Get him some attention. Hopefully, somebody will pick him up eventually.
I'll do it because Gasly was nice.
Gasly's cool, man, and I hope good things for him.
He's got the personality to get his own show, so I think he could go far.
Plus, the fucking background he's made up for that goddamn show that he remembers on. I couldn't remember half the shit he does, even if it wasn't for my brain the way it is now.
Well, it's when it's your passion, you can go on about it for a long time. So he's clearly got the motivation for it.
Ramen Lewis asks why and what does that even mean? It's from a cartoon that he writes. I'm not your puppet. I'm doing it because I want to. Well, thank you, Dangerous Spaces. T-Series is about to hit 100 million subscribers. Tell them to go fuck themselves. I don't care about them. I really don't. They're basically a media conglomerate, and
Basically,
the fact that they're even being compared to PewDiePie is fucking retarded. Not that I have great love for PewDiePie. I like some of his stuff. A lot of his stuff bores me. I watch it like every 3 months or so, but he's still doing it on his own. That's him. It's not a fucking, what is it? 8, 10, 20 channels they got in T-Series. Fuck them. That isn't the biggest person on YouTube. Or it's the biggest channel. Fuck off. No, it's not. It's the biggest channels. Sorry, I'm not meaning that towards you. And I get you were just sharing that information with us. But yeah, that whole thing has annoyed me from the beginning because it's fuck off. It's not even close. It's not even the same thing. It'd be like telling us CBS has the biggest channel on YouTube. Fuck off. Oh, God. Rolling Thunder Veterans Group makes final ride through Washington. Are they not allowed to drive there anymore? I don't know what that headline means, and I'm not interested enough to find out. You guys all got quiet when I interrupted with the...
I didn't know how to recover from that.
Oh, you're fine. Car-sized fireball lit up the skies over southern Australia. Ooh.
Who's been playing with chemicals again?
Peter, what'd you do on your ride home, man?
Was it the Abos? Did they spontaneously combust from all the gasoline they've been drinking?
Oh,
all that gas drinking. A car-sized meteor came hurtling through Earth's atmosphere last week, providing a stunning scene over southern Australia. The fireball, as NASA is classifying it, lit up the skies over Victoria and South Australia before crashing into the waters of the Great Australian Bight. The fuck's a bight? Anyway, late Thursday or Tuesday night, the whole night sky glowed a brilliant orange with what looked like a comet with flames shooting from Earth to atmosphere. Cool. We finally put Bruce Willis up there to take care of that shit before it hit us.
God damn it.
That's just one of the little chunks that broke off and still landed here. But now Liv Tyler's going to be really sad.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, this sounds like a cover-up.
It does, doesn't it?
Sounds like some reptilian shit. UFO crashed out there and they're hiding it.
See,
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, it's on a different subject. So
I'd say, well, what's happening is we've started plans for moon bases and stuff, and the aliens on the dark side of the moon told us not to do that shit. And that's
fuck
a warning
the
shot.
Moonies.
That
bastards.
is a warning shot right there. What were you going to say, Father?
I was going to start talking about CNN.
Oh, go ahead.
Fuck CNN.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
I'm with you on that.
Are you excited about Jim Acosta's upcoming book?
Is it called somebody else wrote this for me?
No. Well, I strongly believe that, he had a ghostwriter and he just collaborated on it. Interesting choice of words there. A little Freudian slip. Right. No, it's actually titled The Enemy of the People, A Dangerous Time to Tell the Truth in America.
Oh, fuck off, you liar.
Is the cover just him sucking his own dick?
It's him standing in front of a... it's Donald Trump speaking to the press corps, and what's his name? Jim Acosta standing up with like one finger, like, actually, Mr. President, because he's speaking truth to power.
Oh, of course he is.
Dear
Why didn't he put the picture there when he was strong arming the little girl?
Yeah.
Come on, Jim. Be a man.
Quick, of course. I thought I'd have fun by going to see what Fox News had to say about this, because they're his enemies, right? So why not read what CNN has, or Fox has to say about CNN's celebrity's newest book? Do you mind?
No, go ahead.
All right. CNN White House correspondent Jim Acosta's upcoming book has raised eyebrows both in and outside of the network newsroom. The outspoken Acosta is being criticized by insiders and academics alike for further blurring the line in between an unbiased reporter or a commentator pushing his personal perspectives. Acosta's book, The Enemy of the People, A Dangerous Time to Tell the Truth in America, comes out on June 11th, and publisher HarperCollins has placed a strict embargo on its content. While the book will be kept under wraps until the publication date, a quick glance at the official description leaves little doubt it will paint the president in a negative light. Yeah, no kidding. The book is billed as, quote, an explosive first-hand account of the dangers Acosta faced in reporting on the current White House while fighting on the... Yeah.
What dangers that he faced?
Well,
the president's going to make fun of me again.
While fighting on the front lines in President Trump's war on truth.
Nothing happened to this man. Literally, the worst that happened to him is that President Trump made fun of him. This isn't like the reporters under the Obama administration who went to jail, or Assange, who's going to jail right now and facing fucking espionage charges. You goddamn pussy, you.
Well, let's be honest. Jim Acosta probably lives a very charmed life. And to him, this is real adversity, because he's never dealt with real strife in his life at all. And getting barred from the White House for a few days probably was, to him, incredibly traumatic, and being like held in Auschwitz or something. This is a fluffy man who has never had to work a day in his life at a real job.
He was oppressed, Jack. Don't you understand? They didn't let him in. They were stifling freedom of speech. It's not
poor
like
Jim.
it's
They
not
don't let
like
me in either.
it's not like they could let, other reporters from CNN go in there, or that he wasn't still able to acquire the information. But because he wasn't allowed to go in and directly speak to the president and accost him directly.
Yeah,
he gets stifling free speech.
He's so wrapped up in himself, he gets boners when he walks by mirrors because he's like, "Who's that sexy man?" Yeah, this is just somebody that has never had to get their hands dirty or been in a real, honest to goodness, scary situation. He might have been near war zones, but I don't buy it. I think this guy's just soft and weak.
Don't kink shame, because I get a little turned on when I see how hot I look in the mirror too. So I'm just saying.
Well, I understand that, but you're prettier than we are, and you're prettier than Jim Acosta.
Thank you.
Well, speaking of,
I'd like to think I'm prettier than Jim Acosta.
Well,
sorry, go ahead.
One current employee of CNN told Fox News that threats to the free press should obviously be taken seriously, and reporters need to seek the truth and report on it. But Acosta may no longer be the right one for the job. Quote, Jim Acosta is, a lot of times, asking the right questions, but it doesn't always need to be about his grandstanding, the CNN staffer told us. Quote, people get tired of it. Acosta is supposed to be a correspondent reporting the facts, but you can't tell the difference between him and a paid pundit. The CNNer said Acosta's actions have resulted in some, quote, eye rolling around CNN, but the temperamental correspondent's colleagues haven't thought too much about the upcoming book. Quote, if we don't have to talk about Jim Acosta, we don't talk about Jim Acosta.
He's like
Holy
Fight Club.
Holy shit.
How do I say that? CJ? CG. CG. To be fair, Monkey limps past the mirror and gets a cripply too. Oh. A cripply? Oh. Nice.
It's actually pronounced siege. Yeah.
Siege. Okay.
On Streamlabs, let me grab this real quick if you don't mind.
No, go ahead.
Thank you, Evolved Potato. He didn't even get banned. He just had to renew his clearance every time he went. The fucking baby. Exactly.
Yeah. That's true. He was not banned from the White House. He lost his press credentials, which means he had to go there every day and get him. Dangerous Space has asked favorite Jim Acosta moment. He says mine was him accidentally implying the border wall worked. No. He actually showed the border wall worked. And yes, I would have to agree with you.
There was that situation with that little girl too. Remember he was like accosting some little kid?
Oh, I know. I have a vague recollection of what you're talking about.
He's such a douchebag. There's so many.
Yeah, no, the one that Dangerous is talking about, that's when he went down to El Paso and he's standing next to the wall and he goes, look, and there's no illegals here. I'm like, you're standing next to a wall, dumbass. Do you think maybe that's why?
Yelling at the memorial service. Are you going to stop calling the press the enemy of the people? Over and over again when people are like shushing him and he doesn't care. And he turns around and he gives a look to the cameraman. You got it? Good. Like it's just to get the clip of him doing the thing, you know?
Dude, he is the male Laura Loomer.
Yes, he is.
Good call.
Well, it's just like H2O said in chat, says threat to free press. Just don't think stupid shit Trump does is newsworthy and we good. That's the problem, is that he wasn't even going to report anything. He likes to go in there and just yell at Trump. He thinks that he's doing some kind of service to the people by going in there and expressing his own opinion. And that's why nobody takes him seriously.
Hey guys, just a moment. Jack, you're in charge for like 2 minutes.
Oh, shit's falling apart now.
What did Polly do? Why did he get demoted?
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, there's another reporter who covers the White House for a different news organization echoed those sentiments. Quote, I support reporters, even irredeemably biased ones, having access to the White House. But Acosta should consider how his behavior affects the rest of the press corps, who are there to be taken seriously and report the news rather than boost their own celebrity, the journalist told Fox News on the condition of anonymity.
Yeah,
Frustrated reporters aren't the only. Oh, this is where shit gets deep. Check this out. Oof. Frustrated reporters aren't the only ones concerned about the idea of a White House reporter writing a book about a sitting president, as some in academia also have an issue with it. Quote, "It would behoove CNN to remove Acosta as a beat reporter from the White House and simply label him as a commentator or analyst," DePaul University professor and media critic Jeffrey McCall told Fox News. He could still frequent the White House press facilities and do his commentary from the White House, but another correspondent should now provide the day-to-day updates on the White House going on. Cornell law professor William A. Jacobson told Fox News, quote, "Acosta writing an anti-Trump book is not surprising and simply compounds his pre-existing conflicts. In a better world, someone with Acosta's bias wouldn't be on a White House beat. But these are not better times. Too many in the mainstream media view themselves as part of the resistance to Trump." Jesus.
Damn, that's completely true. I mean, he really is just the worst kind of reporter in there, because when he got booted, he got legitimately booted. He's an asshole.
Yeah, he really is.
They didn't ban CNN. They could have put anyone in there, like you guys said. I fully back that play, because if you're being a dick, you're disrupting everyone. It's hurting everyone in the press pool.
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't think they have that big of an obligation to have everybody there. They could just send press releases out. Be like, fuck you guys.
Which is basically what they told him. They said you can either send somebody else or you can wait for the press release after the press conference is done, because he fucked up and he's crossed the line one too many times, and we're tired of his shit.
Yeah, and I don't think they should have backed down from that. If it had been me, I'd have been like, look, no more press in here. Fuck you all. Get out of the White House. We'll just send you a press release. We'll email it to you. And do that for a few days, and CNN will back down, because everybody will be on their case. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm a lot more heavy-handed.
Yeah, well, I think that the issue came up was that other news agencies were supporting him, saying that, oh, you can't stifle freedom of speech, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, great.
Well, and like to Polly's point about him writing a book, I mean, it makes him look incredibly biased. How can you put him out as a beat reporter when he's really a commentator?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jim Costa's, he's a lot of things. One thing he's not is stupid. I think he's creating celebrity around himself for the purpose of securing employment, not with CNN, but for the future. I mean, he knows CNN's falling ratings. He's aware of it, and he's aware of where their ratings are coming from, which is reporting on Trump. I mean, look what happened with he wants Megyn Kelly's contract when she moved from Fox to NBC. Multi-million-dollar contract to host a daytime show with 1/10 the hours. I mean, he's not nearly as popular as Megyn Kelly was in such a way that she could kind of negotiate that sort of contract. But that idea of moving over to something else that's vaguely related to what he was doing before, where he still gets to shoot his mouth off. If you're just somebody who's sitting there being a reporter, you're not the kind of person that is going to be offered those jobs. So he's demonstrating he's much more than that. He can be cantankerous and aggressive, and you know what I mean? Speak truth to power and all that crap. I think he's trying to build a resume. That's my guess.
I don't know. He looks like the kind of guy that used to smell his own farts in middle school. So,
He still does.
Yeah, he probably still does. He's like, effervescent. This is my scent. Know it. I just think he's full of himself, and I don't know why anyone listens to anything that asshole has to say.
I think that it's not unrelated to this other story that I was looking at first, but I thought I'd read that because, first there's the bad news or the distasteful news of having to listen to what Jim Acosta's up to. And then there's the nicer news about CNN and more layoffs, more than the other previous recent layoffs. I'm wondering if we should wait for Monkey to get back for this. I know he'll want to hear this.
Just got back. What are we waiting for?
We were going to move on from Jim Acosta to the broader scope of CNN itself. And Bronco raises a really good point. Acosta does not have Megyn Kelly's legs.
Yeah, he's not a pretty blonde. That's
Correct.
who was a former lingerie model. That's definitely not.
Yeah, I bet he's got
Jim Acosta.
cankles too.
I should be a lingerie model.
Do it.
The headline for the story is struggling CNN lays off health unit staffers as headcount reduction moves forward.
Health count, yeah. What is that? Is that like their first aid team?
Well, let's find out. Sanjay Gupta is safe, but not much of the rest of CNN's Atlanta-based staff that covers healthcare found out on Tuesday they're getting paint slips. Only weeks after the network called mass layoffs a, quote, crazy rumor. Specific details are not... Specific... CNN was spinning something? You're kidding. Specific details are not yet known, but a source told Fox News that basically the whole division will lose their jobs. CNN did not respond for multiple requests for comment. TV Newser, a media watchdog site, started by CNN's Brian Stelter, managed to get a confirmation from the network just in time for a Friday news dump. As part of the normal course of business, our news gathering team made a small restructure earlier this week that ultimately impacts 6 to 7 employees with CNN's health unit. That's the whole thing, except for Gupta. I mean, okay. Many health department staffers met with Human Resources Tuesday, et cetera, et cetera. There are no mass layoffs at CNN. This is a quote. I have no idea where this crazy rumor came from. We have recently offered voluntary buyout options for employees, and just over 100 people voluntarily decided to take it. That's it. Executive Vice President Allison Gollust told Fox News on Monday. We have nearly 4,000 people at CNN, and around 100 of them exercised the option that was offered. That's it. Those are the facts. Despite CNN. Yeah.
Those are the smart ones.
Yeah, well, they offered it to, so around 100 decided to take it. How many did you offer it to?
Probably 500. But what I'd be willing to bet is it was, look, either you're going to take the buyout or there's a good chance you're just getting terminated. That's usually how those things play out from my experience. Like, oh, we're looking at some cuts. Anybody want to take the buyout? Because if you don't, you're not getting a severance.
CNN Southeast Bureau in Atlanta, CNN Health, and CNN Climate are all now being consolidated under a single roof, something that was not the case before. The more than 100 CNN employees who decided to accept voluntary buyout options included CNN International Executive Vice President Tony Maddox, who left the Ratings Challenge network after 21 years.
Holy shit. That's a good time to retire.
Have you checked their ratings, Monkey Jack, Eve, anyone?
No, I know they're down.
They suck.
They are hurting like bad. It's pretty awesome. Jack, it reminds me so much of like, like we talk about with Marvel. If they weren't owned by a parent company that had extremely deep pockets, they'd be having to make hard decisions a hell of a lot sooner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Marvel Comics would not be able to continue on like it was if it wasn't owned by Disney. CNN, if it wasn't owned by Time Warner, would not be able to continue on like they are. They can ride out really, really low times for a long time. Like if CNN was still like sort of like self-owned, if it wasn't owned by a larger parent company, oh God, they would have had to have. We really got to make some hard decisions on what we're going to do here. An upstart network, MSNBC, that no one even really cared about 5 years ago, is absolutely dominating us. And Nick at Night, Mr. Ed, week after week after week. The show about the talking horse from 50 fucking years ago beats Anderson Cooper's nightly show 360.
Okay, first of all, I need to know why you hate Mr. Ed.
I don't hate Mr. Ed.
He is adorable and an American treasure.
I'm just saying, it's a show that has been in constant syndicated reruns since it was out 50 years ago. It's a fucking black and white show about a talking horse, and it's beating quote unquote news.
And I'll have you know that Wilbur was the voice of Scrooge McDuck in DuckTales.
Is that right?
Yep.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, Anderson Cooper's a piece of shit anyway. I don't trust that guy.
Bronco Boas says a voluntary layoff is a layoff with a smile.
Yep.
Hey, man, if you get the option for a voluntary layoff and they're like, as opposed to getting laid off and getting 2 weeks or maybe less than that or whatever if you're unionized, whatever it allows for, that is a sweet pay period of, you know what I mean? Like that could be a really sweet option. I think the 100 people are probably the smartest ones there. It's like, holy shit, this ship is going, it's your ship is sinking and it's taking on water. And somebody says, hey, do you want early tickets on the life raft? Yes.
If you've ever been through a downsizing or a company going under, you know that there's warning signs. And one of them is the buyouts. And honestly, I've been through about 15 store closings when I was working retail.
Oof.
And yeah, I was like the touch of death to retail. Like whole companies went out. One went out overnight.
Damn.
Yikes.
Yeah, it was bad. But there's warning signs, and sometimes it's, if you're paying attention and you can see the warning signs, just take the buyout and go find another job. Use that as your cushion.
Yeah.
But as soon as things start looking a little sketchy, start saving a little extra money. They offer the buyout, take it, and then go find something else. Even if it's at McDonald's, you'll be fine until you find something else. But because a lot of times when these layoffs happen, they don't give you any severance, especially if you're low end, like the mailroom guy or something like that. You're behind the scenes production. You're probably not getting a severance unless you're in a union.
Yep. Unless it's unionized, you have no agreement. They can lay you off because we want to, and that's it.
Yeah, and if you were in a right to work state, you're just fired. We don't like your hair color. Get the fuck out.
Yep.
Did you guys see it might not be new to you, but the last quartet of girls that Jordan put up?
Oh, yeah.
Number 3, hot damn.
Isn't that the one I thought looked like a man? The one in the towel?
Yeah, you thought that looked like a man?
That chick got man face.
All right, then.
Jack.
I really like the...
I'm hesitant to say that any woman has man face, so...
Chick got man face.
The last 4 that he put up?
Yeah, number 3 in that last batch.
She's fine.
She's fine. Jack on a bad day might decide to take her, possibly.
Well, her thighs are a little thick.
She's too fat for Jack. I knew that was coming.
No, just the thighs. No, overall, I don't think she has a man face. I think it's just a bad photo of her face.
You want to see a man face? You go check out that fucking Terminator trailer. There's a man face.
Yeah, that was not flattering. If that person is not identifying as some weird gender, she's probably going to be very upset about how mannish she looks.
Monkey, you were looking at her face. Well, I looked at the butt and then I moved up.
I'm disturbed by the sexy monkey picture you put up, Jordan. See,
I'm weird. Well, then I'm also a girl. I look at a girl's face and hair first, and then it's like, okay, if she has a nice body, all right. But, if she doesn't have good face and hair, I don't consider her worth my time anyway.
Looks like a dude.
All
right, guys. We've been going like 2 hours, and in case you missed it, I fell down the stairs today. So I'm going to wrap up here. Chat, guys, thank you so much for coming and hanging out on this Memorial Day when you could be doing anything else. Well, not much yet because it's dark outside. If you just start lighting fires at night, they get mad. But thank you for your generosity tonight and for hanging out with us. Polly, anything you want to show?
Yeah, really quick. I'll just put up the link to my channel again. Yeah, lots more edited videos coming. I have more on the way. Jack and Quizzer and myself talking about anything and everything. And most recently, it was either yesterday morning or this morning, I put up our 20-minute fun talk in and around the Terminator Dark Fate trailer. And you can hear me live react to the fucking creepy ass robot that Eve installed on Discord. It freaks me the fuck out.
That was funny.
It was fun after the fact, but at the time, it Yeah, it freaked me out a little bit, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I meant to thank you for that one, Chaos.
You're welcome. I'm actually quite pleased.
Eve, is there anything you want to shill today?
My channel, which I just put in chat there. I play crappy video game streams sometimes. I'm actually planning on doing one sometime tomorrow because it's Memorial Day and I have the day off. So I'm gonna probably do an extra long gaming stream sometime tomorrow. So what will I be playing? You'll have to show up to find out.
And Jack.
Well, there's my channel link. Go subscribe because, yeah, I don't know, because I do daily content.
Yes, he does.
It is Monday, so we're going to be on Satsu 2 Cents for Lords of the Night, 9 p.m. Then we'll be over on 2 Cents Plus playing 7 Days to Die. It's me, him, and Sinatra. If you guys didn't watch tonight's episode, you missed out. We had such a fun time. But come check those out. And
hey, Monkey, really quick, if I may. So today's Memorial Day. Enjoy your barbecues, enjoy your hot dogs, and think about it sometime during the day. Raising a glass to the fallen soldiers who can't raise one with you, because it's kind of a trope to say thank you for your service, but it really is their service that guarantees our rights and our way of life and every other damn thing. And heroes is a beaten up word and gets used too often to describe people who do very, very little. When people literally give the full measure of possible devotion in terms of their life for something, I think that's at least worth the briefest of moments on the day dedicated to them.
Indeed.
So yeah.
Indeed. And Polly, Eve, Jack, chat, everybody, thanks for coming and stopping by, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye everybody.
Have a good night, everyone.